it is Erica back on the Crafty Meraki YouTube channel. Hi! Today we are going to be using the birthday balloons stencils, and I thought I'd show you first off like what inks I'm going to use, and then just a couple of little tips and tricks. I do want to go on a trip, but we're going to talk tips and tricks in this video, yes. So I am going to be using the Atelier inks from Ink on 3. So we're going to have Bee Sting Yellow, Marigold Orange, Sweet Petunia Pink, Peacock Blue, Trinity Teal, and Goddess Green. I am also going to be using these blender brushes from Tailored Expressions. I love seeing these little caddy spins, it's just so fun. But first off, we are going to take our cardstock and we are going to tape it to our stencil on the back. So I use this wide Post-it tape. And we're going to turn this over. We're going to put this onto one of my like little DIY sticky mats, and we're going to take a little bit more Post-it tape to just tape it down on the top of that to make sure that it doesn't move too much. So we want to keep our lines crisp and clear. So I'm going to be kind of doing, it's a rainbow again, but it's not going to be like in stripes. We're going to try to a little bit more like rainbow confetti look, I guess. So we're going to be ink blending a little bit all over the place here to kind of, you know, yeah. So I started with yellow in both corners, and then we're going to kind of meet in the middle. But I wanted to kind of go something, I know I'm a one-trick pony with the rainbows, but I wanted to do something slightly different, rainbowy. Yeah, I know. I am a one-trick pony. My name is Erica. Hey! But anyway, so we are going to be blending these colors together. And if you know your color theories and you like your color knowledge, you know that certain colors blend better together than others. So I'm trying here to blend the colors that will basically create like another color when they meet instead of like muddy puddles. So we're going to go back and forth here, and we're going to blend all of these colors together. Some are going to have a little bit more space. Some of them are not going to have enough, I say not enough space, but some are going to have slightly less space. And I'm also using my little finger saver to try to keep kind of some of the areas where I want to make sure that I'm just getting, like here for instance, I wanted to just lose a pink, and I didn't want it to go over into the green because then it creates brown, and you know, brown on a birthday card, unless it's a tree, no. So here, as you can see, I'm just finishing off. I just needed to add a little bit more color in certain areas to kind of get a little bit more of a vivid look. And it just, these colors blend together really, really, really well. And they're just a dream to work with. I really like these inks. And we are nearly finished here. So I'm just going to go and finish up the last kind of like little blends where I was like, oh, maybe this one could do a little bit more color here. But as you can see, it just came out so cute. And this is something like super fun you can do with your kids. It's a super easy trick. And now we're on to the first kind of non-ink blending trick. So I'm going to be using a Posca pen. If you have a black gel pen, use that. Use what you have. And we're just going to kind of draw little rosettes and strings on each one of these balloons just to kind of like elevate the design a little bit. So it's super cute as it is, but sometimes those little extra details are what makes your card go from, oh, cute to, hey, cute. Oh, yes, you cute. So that's what we're doing here. And we are not going to add just the strings. We're also going to use a little bit of white gold watercolor. This is from the Gansai Tambi Starry Colors palette. And we're going to draw that highlight, like the light hitting the balloon, to kind of create that 3D look. And this is, honestly, it's one of the simplest tricks ever to create a 3D look on your balloons or anything that's kind of round, like a bubble, a balloon, a ball, anything like that. It just a tiny little highlight, and all of a sudden it's like, hey, look at that. Look at that. And it's, again, such a simple thing to do, but the effect is incredible. The only thing is that you do need a little bit of a steady hand. So some of my highlights are a little bit wonky, but I do try to get them right on the first go. And then you just leave it to dry, and look at that. Like when you're flipping your card, those little bows and those little highlights, I want to give myself a chef's kiss, but that's a little bit silly, isn't it? So for this card, we are going to finish it off with a frame-worthy frame die. So we're just going to add it, and this is again just another super, super simple way to add a little bit of dimension. And then we're going to add these pre-foiled happy birthday sentiments. So the foil, if you noticed, amazing, isn't it? It's the Speckled Aura foil from Spellbinders. It is absolutely amazing. So it's gold, but because it's got all this kind of like, it's almost like a 3D foil. It just gives you this kind of impression of the whatever you've foiled has got like a 3D look to it, and it's super, super cool, super beautiful. And then we're going to add lots of magic crystals. When I say lots, I mean, I actually feel like I went a little bit light-handed on this, which is kind of crazy because I am a self-confessed blingaholic. However, I didn't want to take away like too much of the sparkle from the sentiment and from those highlights. So I was, you know, reasonably refrained. I kind of want to give myself a high five. And I did. So we are going to use the Crystal Katana Bamboo Jewel Picker for this, and then we're going to add these with a little bit of liquid glue as well. But I just wanted to mention as well that the sentiment, the happy birthday sentiment, is from Pinkfresh Studios. So there is a very similar one from Crafty Meraki, but it's a die cut only. So if you want a hot foil, then go for the Pinkfresh one. If you want to die cut, use the Crafty Meraki one. I will link both of them down below in the description box, so you can find them easily. But that, also, I made a bit of a mistake here, because I realized when I was trimming this off that I hadn't actually glued this frame down. I just glued down the sentiment on top. So I ended up having to do a little bit of glue surgery as I was trimming this. Now, this is not ideal. No, no, no. So do as I say and glue down the frame before you start cutting, instead of trying to cut and then glue and then wait and make sure that you trim it while, you know, after it's dried a little bit so it doesn't move. This was not my finest idea. No, I love the way that it looks on the card, but do yourself a favor and do it the easy way by gluing down the frame first and then cutting it off. And with one final little look at this super bright and happy birthday card, I am all done for today. I really, really hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the Crafty Meraki YouTube channel, and leave me a comment down below what you want to see next. And that is it from me for today. Thanks for stopping by.